right, welcome back. How old is too old to work as an air traffic controller? Federal law now requires controllers to retire by age 56, but there's a little known exemption to that, and it may help alleviate the ATC shortage. Very interesting. Chief Transportation Correspondent Pilot Mackay Beeler explains all of this. Very interesting, because I know from your reporting, we've always focused on this 56 number. So what are we learning now?
And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But first, did you know the U.S. Transportation Secretary has the authority to grant waivers that allow certain controllers to continue working beyond age 56 until they turn 61. That's right. And Sean Duffy is on it. He aims to use his power to do just that. Now, to be clear, this does not change the mandatory retirement age, but it does provide some exceptions. Through this process, current air traffic controllers can apply for a waiver that Duffy may approve at his discretion, and actually, this authority has been in law for decades. The National Air Traffic Controllers Association confirmed to The Hill that, yeah, Duffy does indeed have the authority under a Title V U.S. Code regulation. Now, this grants the Transportation Secretary the judgment to exempt an air traffic controller from the automatic separation provisions that set the mandatory retirement age of 56 until the controller reaches 61. So air traffic controllers, well, they can retire with a full pension at age 50 after 20 years of service, or any age after 25 years of service. But 56 is the official cutoff retirement age unless a waiver is granted. Now, controllers that are retiring before age 56, and they're kind of contributing to the worker shortage. So if current controllers want to work a few years past 56 to 61, this could help alleviate the shortage. The FAA says we need 3,000 more controllers to fill our towers and air traffic control centers.
All right, I have to just be able to say this, because when we look at the problem of filling the positions, as Mackay has reported before, I mean, it is like a 2-year window to be able to get this whole process through.
Get all the training
and so when you have somebody who has already been doing this, the expertise that somebody has at age 56 has to be important. So when you look at, you ask the question, is 56, is that a young mandatory requirement?
This was set decades ago, because at that time, people thought, oh, by the time you're 56, you're not as quick.
Right.
You don't think as fast. And you need to be really quick and sharp to do this air traffic control job. But in this day and age, 60 is the new, or 40 is the new, 60 is the new 40.
And they say that as you get older, right? I mean, now look, my parents are in their 70s, my grandmother's 104. I mean, but when you look at the history of now that you see people when they get older, 56 seems very young.
It does seem very young, but it varies with people, right? You can have a 40-year-old that's not as sharp as a 70-year-old.
Right.
It's an individual thing.
Right.
But right now, at least if they can let some of these experienced workers work at least till 61, that could probably help. So you know what the retirement age is for an airline pilot? Do you remember?
I was going to ask you that. I'm a 65?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we've talked about it before, 65.
Right.
So
see, I listened to
this is for an air. She does. Thank you. An airline pilot, so you can be a pilot in a different category, older than that, but airline pilots have to retire at 65. So why can't an air traffic controller work to 65? Both of them have to be really strong and sharp and smart, but they also have to pass a medical exam, right? Just we pilots and air traffic controllers, as long as you can pass that medical exam.
That's the most important thing.
Most important thing.
I got to ask you real quick, though. So what does the Air Traffic Controllers Association say about all this?
They oppose raising the retirement age.
Okay.
They say just doing that's not going to help the problem. It's not going to solve the root of the staffing crisis. Instead, increased recruitment and stronger retention efforts are needed.
Yeah. And we got to value our older employees, because even though you're older, which I don't think 56 is old, just for the record, but I think that you have a lot of wisdom, that you have seen things in the past that can help you make better decisions. Mackay Beeler, appreciate your reporting as always.
Thanks, Alicia.
Thank you so much. Yeah.